Okay, it's that time of the day again. Here is my beautiful, lifelong partner in everything, sitting there smiling at. I know she's smiling at me. Okay.
He likes me.
And I get and you get the benefit. You get the residual benefit. Okay, but I'm getting it.
It's for you.
Oh, well, hang on one second.
Come back here.
Let me
We have a phone that calls nobody here. When he picks it up, there's no one there.
Say, that's like so OG to hear a landline.
We didn't ask for a landline. It just came with the house, and it's never anybody. Was it anybody, Alan?
It's nobody.
Okay, now you're just telling them how much you adore me. I felt that.
Okay.
But you haven't introduced me.
Okay, now I have to finish my introduction.
All right.
And here she is.
I wish I smoked.
The wonderful, the talented, the smart Suzanne Somers.
Oh, wow, with a low, sexy voice.
Yeah.
Wow. Hi, Caroline.
Hello. You pulled it out at the end. I almost had to take a nap.
I know. It was going on. That's why I actually wish I smoked, because I'd be a great smoker, wouldn't I?
You would be.
And then, like my Aunt Lorraine with the long red nails, she'd pick the tobacco off her tongue. Any of you know that? When they pick the tobacco off their tongue, they'd always look at it. I don't know why. Anyway, one day I'll play a character that smokes like that. Maybe. I don't know.
You could.
I know. Hello, everyone. My favorite thing today, I'm going to talk about supplements and what they do. Because you go to the health food store and you don't know what they do, right? And you ask the guy at the counter at the health food store, who's usually pasty-faced, and you ask them what these do, and they go, and then they make up stuff. I'm going to tell you what they actually do without making any claims because of the FDA. And I would never do that because I'm a rule breaker.
Well, you know what it is? It's
Top of the morning to all of you.
Oh, yeah. Top of the
You're
morning.
not a rule breaker when it comes to FTC.
I'm not.
No, you're a rule keeper.
Mm-hmm. No, I believe in rules, and I think that.
And I think it's fair. I don't think the audience wants to, hear you go crazy.
No, and I never tell you what to do. I never use the word should. You know that. I never tell you what to take. If it's something that I really am emphatic about, I go, if it was me and I was you and I had what you had, I'd probably take this. That's the closest to advice that I ever give.
Now,
I'm not a doctor, but I do have a doctorate.
You could have been a good smoker. Okay?
I could have.
But I'm going to show you.
But you turned me on as a smoker. What's this?
I'm going to show you. My dad was a great smoker.
Oh, let's see your dad.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, is that
There's
Daddy?
my dad.
Is anyone else in that picture?
With a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Oh, he was so
And
great.
that's me. 2 years old.
Oh, is that little Sonny?
Flopsy, white blonde hair.
Okay. Show the Facebook people now.
I can't tell in this picture whether I'm smiling or about to have a bowel movement.
Probably if you're outside and you're smoking, you're probably not going to have a VM. Remember when they called it
so
VM?
cute.
Yeah, he's so cute. And you may not know this, Caroline, but he grew up in a boarding house.
You're kidding.
And he was the only little kid in the boarding house, so you can imagine how everybody spoiled him. Just saying. Maybe that has a lot to do with his mischievousness as an adult.
Mischievous.
Mischievous? It's not mischievous?
I wouldn't say mischievous.
Oh, okay. Well,
You could say it.
You took those fantastic
Yeah,
courses
you could say it.
in Naughty Bonics. What'd you take a course in?
Etymology.
Etymology. I knew it started with an E.
And if you add an N to etymology, it becomes entomology, which is the study
Ants.
of insects.
Yeah. Wow.
So the study of language and the study of insects are one letter away from each other.
There you
Means
go.
nothing.
There
Means
you go.
nothing. I'm not assuming anything that the same guy made up those two words, which is possible.
We're having a small dinner party tonight after we leave all of you, and Alan is cooking.
Yeah.
I did all the appetizers, and we have some crab for appetizers. It's going to be nice. Alan's making for dinner. You love to come to this dinner. You're going to love what he's making. Crispy fried potato pancakes, and I made homemade blueberry jam and homemade applesauce, and then there's sour cream if you want it. I gave my guests, there's only 5 of us tonight, and I said, survey, do you want crispy fried potato pancakes with homemade blueberry jam and applesauce and sour cream, or do you want an incredible golden roast chicken with yummy root vegetables and pan juices? I had 1 pan juices with the chicken, but I got 3 pancakes. So I said, pancakes win. So they are coming over. They know what they want. Yeah. So it's going to be a fun night.
Okay.
So good.
Yeah. All right. So
hey, you guys, just jumping in. We still have our gift card promotion at SuzanneSomers.com. So if you need some last minute gifts, it's digital delivery, and you get a little bonus for yourself. If you get a $100 gift card, you get $25
there you
for
go.
free. And if you get a $50 gift card, you get $10 for free. And we can send them to numerous email addresses. People download it, they get exactly what they want at SuzanneSomers.com. And if you're just a frequent shopper
or a freak
on the site, it's a great way to just get an extra $25 for your $100. And there's no limitation on what you can use them on. You can use them on everything, and so they don't expire. And it's a good deal.
And I have important news.
Ooh.
Gloria, our cat,
Yeah.
4 days now, she's
Yeah.
come out from under the bed and is downright affectionate. You know,
That's
cats.
true.
Wow.
When
That's
they're in the
true.
mood, they're in the mood. She's been in the mood. She's
That's
starting to
true.
realize I'm missing out on a lot being under the bed all the time.
Yeah.
Under the bed where we can't see her or reach her. And sometimes when I get up in the morning, I sit up first and I feel something doing this at my feet. It's her. You gotta love cats to love cat stories, and most people don't like cats, but God, I love cats.
You know,
I find them
think,
so
well,
funny.
I think most people do. I think
Oh,
they're-
I don't. Do
I
you?
don't know why you say that. It's like there are a gazillion million people who
Cat-
have cats.
well,
It's like they're enormously popular.
One of my publishers once said to me, if we put a cat on the cover of a book, we automatically sell 50,000 copies. And so I'm thinking of the next new way to age that I write. I'll put a cat on the front, which, by the way,
You know what you could do?
what?
You could put 2 pictures of Gloria. One when she was a little kitten, and a one now. Okay, showing how she's aged.
She's aged well. I didn't think she was a particularly great-looking kitten, to tell you the truth. Being she's not in the room anywhere.
Well, she had that one thing next to her mouth.
Well, she has a
little-
beauty mark here, but now I've grown to
Yeah.
love it. She's got this beauty mark here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suzanne was going to have it removed. And I was like, no, she's Cindy Crawford.
Oh, yeah.
She's Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah, she's Elizabeth Taylor. I know. I
Okay.
know.
Okay.
So
in
why am I
continuing-
holding up a
Okay,
new
well,
way
I'm
to
going
age?
to tell you why.
Okay,
In
tell me.
continuing our 24 days
Yeah.
of savings, which
Yeah.
we've been doing now for the past couple of weeks, leading right up to Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
we are selling a new way to age. The retail value is $16.99. The holiday sale is $11.99. That's 29% off at SuzanneSomers.com. This is her best book. Okay, if you
That's great.
ever want to know about anything to do with living and supplementing your life and bioidentical hormones, etc., this is the book.
I
And
just
it's
had
only
okay.
$11.99.
That's in today's book prices. That's like a giveaway.
Right.
I have a girlfriend who she ordered 25 of these books. She read it, and she was like reluctant to ask me to sign. She wanted to send it to all her friends. That's how enthusiastic she was about the book. And she said, I just don't want to bother you. I said, are you kidding? My privilege, my pleasure to sign all these books. Why is this book so popular? Why is it? It just keeps on selling. It's been selling for over a year all around the world because I just said one simple thing. Aging is about worn out parts. Just like as your car gets old and the parts wear out and you hear dings and ticks and things. And what you do, right, when you hear dings and ticks and other things and the motor doesn't sound quite right and there's sounds, what do? You take it to the mechanic, right? And then you get it fixed because that's an aging part. You just put a new great part in or fix the part that's broken. Well, this is what that book is about. Our bodies. Aging is about worn out parts. We lose balance in our hormones. We lose nutrients. We lose minerals. We lose things that make our blood flow. All these things that we need to protect for longevity start waning as we age, and it's different for everybody. It used to be I could predict that it was 50 years old. It's not anymore. It's in your 40s for sure. I have women in their 30s that are coming to me. So why wait until the whole car breaks down? And that's what most people do. That's what I live down here in Palm Desert right now, and there's a lot of elderly. And when I say elderly, they're Alan and my age, and they're all limping and stooping and not standing up straight. And I'm thinking, they didn't listen to the car. They didn't listen to the dings and the ticks. And if you don't, you pay. It's nobody else. There's no doctor who can do it for you. He can kind of try to bring you back. So what I'm talking to you about today is supplements, and everybody likes to make fun of supplements, but we're not getting the right nutrients and minerals in our food because we have GMO food and we have damaged soil. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to put pesticides and poisons on our food. Who was the guy that said, you know what we could do? Let's spray poison all over our food. Isn't that great? We'll get more food that way and it'll go further. Well, yeah, at our expense. So listen to the dings and the ticks and the language of your body. It's talking to you all the time. Do you wake up this morning and you stiff? You might try our joint renew, right? Really. Did you wake up this morning and you just have no energy? You might try something I'm going to talk about tonight, which is CoQ10. Listen to the language of your body. It's not normal to not have energy, to have stiffness, to have pain in your joints. You've got to proactively protect the important parts of your body. I'm going to talk to you about NAC today, N-Acetyl Cysteine. And I really want to talk to you about that because it's so effective that the FDA is trying to take it away from us and make it pharmaceutical. Get it from me while you can. I'm not kidding. Liver, lungs, longevity. Liver, lungs, longevity. What's more important? Longevity, liver, lungs, NAC, N-Acetyl Cysteine. We still have it until the FDA won't let us sell it anymore, but right now it's still legal to sell it. And I would stock up. I really would. Because once it becomes pharmaceutical, then the price is off the charts. The other thing we have is our lipoic acid for energy. What I notice down here when I'm around older people is the lack of energy, that sort of slow walk across the street. And then when they get in their cars, they drive their cars the way they cross the street. They drive so slow. I'm glad, because if they drove fast, they'd be a menace to the road. But they're all driving like this. And it's not their fault. They didn't listen to the language of their body. When have you ever heard a doctor say to you, aren't you listening to the language of your body? This is not what they teach our doctors in medical school. It's frustrating to me. I would have been a great doctor because I would have told you the straight stuff. But here's what's interesting. Had I been a doctor, I couldn't tell you any of this. They're not allowed. They're not allowed. Amazing that allopathic medicine has such a hold. So we're going to talk about ubiquinone, ubiquinol.
Ubiquinol, you got it.
Yeah, because there's ubiquinol and there's ubiquinone. We have ubiquinol, which is going to absorb faster, meaning it's going to work better, faster. Then we have curcumin. I can't even talk enough about curcumin. I can't wait to get to that. I can't wait to talk about curcumin. NAC, I just talked about N-Acetyl Cysteine. Just stock up. I'm not kidding. Stock up on it. Senolytics. Oh God, I'll get boring with senolytics. This is a new, profound discovery. Senolytics. This is incredible. You take it once a week. You take 3 capsules once a week, so it's not a big commitment. And I'll tell you about it in a minute. And our lipoic acid for your energy and metabolism. This is like life in front of me right here. And then read this. If my girlfriend bought 25 copies to give as Christmas gifts, there's something to it. And I've never heard anybody say anything negative about it. I've not been picked on this book at all. People are writing about it going, she's onto something. Because our doctors can't tell us that aging is about worn out parts. And it is. That's what it is. I'm aging. I'm 75. Alan's aging. He's 85. But we listen to the language of our bodies, and when he doesn't listen, and he doesn't all the time, I listen to the language of his bodies. So I hear things at night.
Hold it. What are you? Hold it.
No.
What are you implying that I'm oblivious to what's going on in my
No,
body?
just you're a little lax.
Well,
Well, it took you 3 days to take your morning pills.
it's because you didn't make a smoothie for me.
It's my fault.
It's your job.
I didn't make smoothies this weekend. I don't know why.
That's your job
I
to
don't
make
know why.
smoothies.
But I cooked amazing meals.
I
Wasn't
know,
that an
but-
amazing meal
I
last
know, but
night?
no, that
I
doesn't
took
get
those
you off the hook.
asparagus and
Hold
those
it. We have jobs in
green
this
peas.
relationship.
Yeah,
Okay?
right.
I know what my job is.
What is your job?
You know what my job is.
Coffee in the morning.
Coffee?
That's great.
That's
and,
right.
and telling me you love me and I'm beautiful.
That's
and
right.
Everything's great.
That's right, and more than that. But I do it, and I do it well, and I'm anxious to do it.
You're an
and
incredible
it makes me
husband.
happy to do
You
it.
couldn't be more incredible.
Okay,
You're so incredible. I want you to stay around for the next 30 years.
at least.
At least, and I make sure I get all these in you every day
Yeah.
because it's a job to take this stuff. Honestly, I know. You take your smoothie and that makes it palatable. You can get it down because smoothie's kind of thick. I mean, I'm sorry, thick.
You have lisp?
No, I have nerve damage in this hand, and sometimes it affects my mouth a little bit.
Oh,
Never revealed that to anyone, even to you.
oh.
But I have to constantly
I
exercise
knew
my
that-
lips and
yeah.
my mouth.
Well, I knew about that.
You know, things happen to teach you about blessings. So when I wake up in the morning, and this is a little, I gotta do stuff, I think, I'm being taught how blessed I've been all my life to have no issues like speech and walking and all the things I had to relearn this last 2 years. And I think all the negative things that happen to us in our life are our opportunities for growth and gratitude. I want to just keep promoting gratitude and kindness and generosity right now. Be kind wherever you go, whoever you're with, be kind. If you can think of a nice thing to say it. When you're out with people and, you know, rather than talk about yourself, tell her how beautiful she looks or tell him how great he looks. People love to hear it. And then compliment them and be kind. Kindness is so important. We were at a restaurant the other night here.
Yeah,
I won't,
but before you go on,
yeah.
our friend, Lou Parker, who's an anchor at Channel
Yeah, she's
5
great.
in
I
Los
love
Angeles,
her. Yeah.
has created an organization called Kindness.
Mm.
And it's great. And
That's her.
you did an interview with her
I did.
a couple of weeks ago.
I believe in
And
kindness.
what a great idea.
And we have forgotten about
Kindness.
kindness.
And be kind.
Yeah.
'Cause
Rather than
people-
the first thing you say to someone is, "Oh, you look beautiful," and mean it. Don't
Yeah.
like say it if they look like crap.
Well, yeah, if they
You
look
usually
like,
look beautiful.
No,
and today you look like crap.
but if you say they look really beautiful and they know they look like crap,
Yeah, then it's
then
phony.
they know you're
Tell the
BSing.
truth, but be kind.
Yeah.
Um,
So you just say
there's
it
a
with
lot of
kindness.
sadness right now
Well, you know what? I'm sick and tired and bored
with.
talking about COVID
Yeah, I am
and
too. I am too.
Omicron
I am
and
too.
deviants
Yeah, I am
and
too.
galleons and whatever that stuff is.
But we're definitely not going to talk about that today because we're talking about the book and stuff.
Caroline, this is her
That's
way of
right.
saying, "Get back on point." Al."
That's right.
Right.
No, it's not get back on point. It's an FTC violation, so we just can't talk about the
About
the
what?
virus.
About what?
We can't talk about the virus when we're selling supplements.
Oh, okay. The virus
just
has
saying
nothing to do with our
I'm
supplements.
just saying I'm bored. I'm not trying to sell the virus.
With
No,
the-
I know you are. I was just letting you know before it got into a longer conversation.
Oh, I
So
would never go any
when
further
Suzanne
than
wants
that.
to sell supplements.
Do you think that Alan would go overboard?
Mhm.
Caroline? You've known him now for 30-something
I
years?
have to be the cop. It's not
I
fun.
know.
No,
I know.
but I
I'm
don't
so
think-
glad you're the cop.
Yeah, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I'm not alone.
All right.
I'm just
Let's-
saving you legal bills down the road. That's all. That's my job.
Yeah. So where do I start? Let's start with CoQ10. I love talking about CoQ10. Hold it up, Al.
CoQ10.
You know, we have between 65 and 95 trillion cells, depending on what study you read and who counted. I don't know who is the anal retentive person that counted how many cells make up what is called a human being. And every cell has a membrane around it. So now let's take the low number. 65 trillion. I can't even write that out. I don't know how to write out trillion. Every cell is round and has a membrane around it. The membrane is made from omega-3 essential fatty acids, which you can get on our website. And our essential 3 fatty acid is incredible. Omega-3 we call it. And the reason you want the membrane made from omega-3 is that it makes it soft and pliable. Why do you care? Well, what is the essence of life? Water and air, right? So if the cell membrane is soft and pliable, as we take in water and air, the essentials of life, it feeds it. But if you use omega-6, what is omega-6? Poor quality omega-6 oils, canola, Wesson, there are a number of, you want to use good quality fats. Fats are so good for you, but use butter, cream, sour cream, olive oil, full fat cream cheese, flax oil, coconut oil. I'm missing some right now, but all those oils, those fats, make a soft, pliable membrane. So don't feel guilty about eating them. But when you eat the other poor quality fats, you know where you get them? Fast food stores. You order French fries at a drive-in. They're not soaking those French fries in high quality oil. Please, don't kid yourself. They're putting you in reused over and over and over again poor quality omega-6 oil. So what does that do? I just want to give you a visual, because I don't care about the French fries. I eat French fries, but I cook mine in coconut oil.
And we have our own French fry cutter now.
We do. And we say, the thing about coconut oil for French fries, we reuse it. You can reuse it. It doesn't become carcinogenic. Okay, so the cell around the body, if it's made from poor quality fast food, excitotoxins, literally exciting the cells to death, it becomes hard, like plastic. So when the free radicals come in, what's free radicals? That's your drive-in French fries and poor quality oils and all the foods that are aggravants. It makes a hard shell. So now, when the poor quality the free radicals come in, I lost my train of thought for a minute. You know what happens? It tries to invade the cell, poking through it. And you know what happens? The cell collapses.
Oh. The
cell collapses, and now you've got a malfunctioning cell. You know what the definition of health is? More functioning cells than malfunctioning cells. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, if you have a bunch of these dead cells, right, you want to get rid of them. Senolytics is a major supporter of getting rid of dead. We don't need them anymore cells. So when you've been eating badly, and you know if you have, I don't have to tell you, you know. You've been eating badly. You've got debris all over in your body. And by the way, that ages you so fast. You're doing all this stuff to remain young longer. But when they're all dead and lying there like that, this, Senolytics, 3 capsules once a week. This is a brand new, I wrote about it in A New Way to Age. Go to the back of the book. I'm talking about new fantastic breakthroughs. Think of a broom. Senolytics is like a broom that comes in and goes, oh, what a mess. And then sweeps all the debris, which is the dead cells, out of your body, gets into your bloodstream, you poop it out, and life is good again. And don't start the process all over again, okay? So that's what I didn't even finish on CoQ10. I only started with the cell, and then I got to the Senolytics. Now, let's go back to the cell, all right? Here's a good cell. Omega-3s. In the middle is your mitochondria, right? Mitochondria, as you age, depletes, worn out parts. We don't have the right mitochondria. That's why when you see an old person crossing the street and shuffling across the street, know what he doesn't have? He doesn't have any mitochondria that's operating at optimum. But CoQ10 is the ripcord. Imagine that CoQ10 on an outboard motorboat is like the ripcord to activate the mitochondria. So you take CoQ10 and whoa, your energy, not in a day, but take it for a month or so, and you're going to start seeing a difference in your energy. And one of the things I experienced this year with my injuries was that it sucked my energy to a worrisome place. I take 200 milligrams of CoQ10 every single day. If I don't take any, well, no, I always take probiotic, but after my probiotic, if I don't take anything else, I take this, okay? All right. Now, this isn't out here, but our probiotic is better than anybody's probiotic. Why do you care? You have a microbiome in your stomach. Are you bloated? Do you have issues with your stomach? You probably have an imbalanced microbiome. Have you ever had an antibiotic? That even one course of antibiotics in your life will upset the balance in your GI tract. So when you take CoQ10, it restores the energy center of your cell. So now you've got a healthy cell that's pliable, that will process air and water. That's from your omega-3 essential fatty acids. You've got a mitochondria that's working at optimum because you're taking CoQ10. And if you have not been taking good care of yourself, and even if you have, you're going to have dead cells, because cells die. They have a shelf life of 50 turnovers. This senolytics will sweep it away. Every cell in your body has 50 lifespans, and with each one, the telomere on the end. And I write about something in my book that I don't sell, but I urge you to go look it up, TA-65. So what does that do? TA-65, it knows that we have this telomere, this tail on the end of our cells. I'm talking about cells because they're life. That's what's important. That's all. When I finish this book here, I don't know what I'm going to write when I start out. I interview all these geniuses, and at the end I go, what did I learn? And what I learned was, wow, cellular health is everything, is everything. Okay, so now the telomeres. So I'm not selling this, but I want you to go look it up. I'll make some money for my friends. It reproduces and the tail gets shorter. Reproduces, the tail gets shorter. Reproduces, the tail gets shorter. It does that about 50 times, and eventually there's no tail left. And when there's no tail left, telomere, the cell dies. So there's all sorts of ways that kill the cells, and that's how nature wanted to get rid of us. But we want to live longer, don't we? We have life extension, but we want quality of life. So that's what this is all about. Now, what's this? Curcumin. Oh my gosh. Curcumin. I've told this story before, but I interviewed an incredible doctor from Pakistan. I talked to people in Pakistan. And he unfortunately passed because I sent so many people to him. And he said, you know, we're a third world country here in Pakistan, but we have much less cancer and disease than you have in your country. I said, why is that? He said, well, we nurse our babies for 4 years minimum. Wow, that's incredible. He said, we value cellular health. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, this is how we value it. We eat foods that you don't eat as a regular thing in your country. I said, like what? And he said, well, spices like curcumin and all the spices that you use in Indian food. He said, they're major antioxidants. Antioxidants, remember, come in and they eat free radicals. That's Suzanne speak. So if you have cells made of poor quality oils, the antioxidants come in and try to eat them up. But if you're just overloaded with free radicals, bad cells, it can only do so much. He said, we eat foods that are curries, and so go to Indian restaurants, eat a lot of spices, start using spices in your food. I'd like to write a cookbook about spicy food, and I'll have to call on my daughter-in-law, Caroline, who's right here, because that's what she cooks with a lot, and her cooking is so great. And I wasn't raised in that. I love when I go over to your house, this is what I always want. I want food that I can't make myself.
But you know, your curcumin, which is the extract from turmeric, which is one of these supplements Suzanne's talking about, it's so much more potent than even what you have to use so many spices.
Yes, that's true.
So, you know, in Indian cuisine, they use a lot of spice. In addition, if you've ever made Indian food, like, wow, it's shocking how much spice you put in for one pan.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere near the intensity of the extract that you get from turmeric, which is curcumin, which is what Suzanne is talking about today. So again, she's just making it easier for you to get these health benefits. That
you're not going to. She's right. You're not going to automatically start full out cooking Indian food. But once you get used to it, you'll be making it more often. But take this every day. I take this every day. Every day. It's anti-inflammatory. It supports inflammation. Now today, when they do blood work, they don't. All they care about is where is your inflammation. If you want to find out about your inflammation, ask your doctor to request for you a highly sensitive C-reactive protein, CRP. Okay, that will give you information on where your inflammation. You want to keep your inflammation in your body real low. If it's high, you're in trouble. I had a girlfriend who constantly coughed, clearing her throat, coughing. And I said, if it were me and I were you and I coughed like that, I'd go have a highly sensitive CRP test, C-reactive protein. So she did. Now, normal is between 0 and the highest you want to be is at 0.5. She was at 17. And you know what? She's been in and out of the hospital for about 7 to 10 years now, in and out of the hospital. She's so ill that she keeps a packed bag at her front door in case she has to call an Uber to get her to the hospital right away. She waited until all the parts were worn out. God bless her soul. She's still alive, but she's getting through each day. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is all precautionary. This is preventative. Okay. The next thing is NAC.
Before you go to the next thing,
okay.
Did you hear about your cousin Casey?
Isn't that incredible? My
so incredible.
cousin has had cystic fibrosis since birth, and they're not CF patients are not supposed to live past 20. She's about 27 now, and her mother has kept her alive. Her mother has worked so hard to keep her alive, and do you know what? She just got pregnant, and cystic fibrosis people generally never get pregnant. So we're all praying for her. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, there's a new medication on the market that's just having remarkable results for people.
That's what drugs are great.
Yeah, that just could not be. I'm so heartwarmed. It's like a Christmas miracle. And her grandmother, Betty, is Suzanne's amazing aunt who passed recently. And you have to wonder if Betty just put some things together. When
I saw that post that you made, and I agree with you. Betty, you love Betty, Alan?
I love Betty.
Everybody loved Betty.
All
Betty did in the last 20 years of her life, as she became elderly and infirmed, she prayed for all of us. She prayed for the world. And I believe in prayer, which is essentially thought. And thought creates. If you have negative thoughts, you can create negativity. But what if your thoughts were positive and loving and beautiful and heartfelt? And that's who Betty was. And Casey often talked about how she wished she could have a baby. And now she's having a baby. So it's a beautiful Christmas story. Beautiful Christmas story. All right, now I'm going to talk about N-Acetyl Cysteine, which I've already talked about, but the FDA is threatening to take it off the market, and I'm just telling you, liver, lungs, longevity, this is so powerful. I'll also say if you drink alcohol, you take liver, lungs, and longevity, which is N-Acetyl Cysteine, that and our liver renew, those two, you won't feel, well, I only have this one drink with you, but if you drink more than that, you won't feel the results of it. It just gives back your body what the alcohol took away. But more than that, liver, lungs, longevity, they're going to take it away. Get as much of this as you can right now. I'm not kidding. It's not because of me. I just want it because of you. Senolytic renew. The broom sweeps out the dead cells. And then finally, our lipoic acid, which it's all about energy. I always say, I was talking to someone last night, I said, no one should say, how old are you? They should say, how young is your energy? Because that's what it's all about. You can be 95 years old if you have great energy. Like there's some model out there right now that I can't believe. She's 90 years old. She's walking the runway. She's incredible. You know what's interesting about her? She stands up straight. If you're starting to feel like you want to, from computers and tech neck, if you don't start consciously sitting up straight and holding your arms behind you, like my physical therapist taught me to get through my ordeal, you're going to end up like that. There's no reason why we all have to end up stooped over with a big hump back. It's because we didn't listen to the language of our bodies. I can't stress that enough. Listen to the language of our bodies.
And Suzanne, we get notes from people who already have, severe bone loss, and they'll say, can I use this supplement? And at that point, what Suzanne's trying to help you guys with is prevention.
Yeah, don't get there.
She's really, she's trying to help you, keep things, once things start to dip a little bit, as she says, you fill that tank. But it's much harder once the diseases of aging set in, then it's a different story. That's where supplements are not, they're not designed to help with disease.
I'm trying to train you and me and Alan to listen to the language of your body. When you finish A New Way to Age, which I really do think, I've written 27 books. I think this is my best book. But isn't that the way it is with the next work? You grab from everything you learned so far. But man, I got great doctors in here. This is like going to the greatest doctors in the world in here. And that's all I did. I just went to them and picked their brain and picked their brain and picked their brain. That's my style. I'm never saying it's from me. It's from them. And they're incredible. And there, in this book, there's a Belgian doctor that you're not going to get to Belgium. You're not going to be able to go to him. But his interview was so powerful. I cut it into 3 parts and interspersed it through the book because he had so much to say, and I wanted you all to hear it and learn it. This is a book that you can pick up and read little by little by little, and eventually you'll finish it, and you will learn so much about you. And I just so firmly believe in preventative medicine. So, Ubiquinone, CoQ10. Hold this up, Al.
Alan, could you hold them up? We have some friends asking to see that bottle.
That's Ubiquinol CoQ10 for your energy of your cells. Don't be a stooped over old person. Because once they get there, when they're all stooped over, you know what happens with young people now today with tech neck when you're bent over? What happens is you get hairline fractures in your chest, hairline fractures, and so when you go to stand up, you can't stand up because these bones have deteriorated, and you don't want that. So that's Ubiquinone. Here's the next one, curcumin. Inflammation. You don't want inflammation. Inflammation will do you in. Doctors care more about inflammation than any blood work that you give them, and you don't want.
Those are the doctors in the know.
In the know. In the know. You want to have a body that is not inflamed. Need I say that? But most people's bodies are very inflamed. This is N-Acetyl Cysteine. This is the one I'm just telling you. It's not about me. I'm telling you about you. They're going to take this away from us. Get it from me while you still can before it's under a drug edict.
Before they make turn it pharmaceutical, yeah.
Yeah. I never know what I can say. It's like, God, they've muzzled us so much. Anyway.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of the things that Suzanne's talking to you about, because they're elements in nature, they're natural ingredients, you can't have a patent on it. And so anyone can sell it.
Right.
But once the pharmaceuticals come along, if they do a bunch of testing on it, then they can make you only buy theirs.
Right.
And then you can't get it naturally anymore.
Get ours
so that's
naturally.
the difference between a dietary supplement and a pharmaceutical drug.
And
so they're having such great results with NAC in the supplement world, and the testing and the data is so good on it that pharmaceutical companies now want to own it so that they can control the price.
She's exactly right, and that's like the FDA is constantly flirting with taking away our bioidentical hormones. Why? Because when you are so well on hormone replacement, which I've talked about, and I will talk about more, I will talk about it as long as I'm allowed, you don't need all those drugs, do you? You don't need a drug to sleep. You don't need drugs to take away your itch. You don't need mood drugs to take away your bitchiness. You don't need a sleeping pill because you can sleep. You don't need all dried up because you're juicy because you've got hormones. And they have started to realize that if they took away our hormones, then we'd have to buy all their drugs just to feel good, just to get through the day. The same thing with N-Acetyl Cysteine, liver, lungs, longevity. We feel so good taking this supplement that they've realized, oh, if we took this away from in a natural thing, then we could sell them drugs for their liver, drugs for their lungs, and drugs for their longevity, which will never be as good as something nature made. Senolytics, this is a breakthrough. It's in my book, A New Way to Age. Senolytics is the interior broom, sweeps away all the old bad stuff. The more debris you have in your body, be it toxins or dead cells, the unhealthier you will be, and the slower you will be, and the lessening of your energy. And I'm telling you, this is like a miracle. This there's another one that I write about in here that we can't sell yet. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, NAD, which repairs DNA damage. So this cleans up the old dead cells in that one. You can get that from Life Extension. We can't sell that. Lipoic acid for your energy. Let me read to you some important things on lipoic acid, because I'm not doing it justice. It supports healthy mitochondria and cellular energy. Cells. Do you hear what I'm saying all night tonight? Cells. Enhanced antioxidant, okay, all right, goes in and, in Suzanne's speak, eats free radicals. Supports healthy blood glucose, and the sodium salt of lipoic achieves higher peak blood levels than pure lipoic. You don't need to know all that. It's just that this is the good stuff. So, Alan, there got to be some questions, and I'd like to answer them, because I'm like blah, 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 doing a monologue.
Well, that's okay.
No, it's not.
Okay. So Christy Fryer says, is there a discount code? And the answer is no. Just let me review this. In keeping with our 24 days of savings, where we present one of our killer products every single day leading up to Christmas. A New Way to Age, Suzanne's book, retail value $16.99, holiday sale, really value $11.99. That's 29%. Pardon?
I'm proud of this book.
It's a great book. 29% off at SuzanneSomers.com. And if you're looking for a last-minute gift that they will love, or something that's a great gift for you, especially if you're a regular shopper on SuzanneSomers.com, buy a $50 gift card, get a $10 gift card free. Buy a $100 gift card, get a $25 gift card free, both at SuzanneSomers.com.
I love bringing...
We're getting a lot of questions about the names of the supplements that you just talked about. So, Alan, if you could just do one more pass of just putting the supplements up to camera.
Okay.
While Suzanne continues chatting, I'll post some questions for you, Suzanne. We have a lot of questions about inflammation tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And I know, that's one where we can talk about supplements that help support a healthy inflammatory response, which is kind of a mouthful, but they would like to hear you talk a little bit about inflammation, about why it's important.
Well, you want to make sure your inflammation is between 0 and 0.5. But that's rare, and that's a shame. Inflammation is caused by a stress, and that's up to you to tackle. If you have a lot of stress, you got to really look at why. Is it your relationship? Is it toxic people that you hang out with? Because that affects, because thought creates. Every thought you have, that's why I think prayer is so important. Prayer is positive thought. And positive thought affects the world. And that's what we want to do right now. We just want to heal the world. But inflammation is an actual reality in a body. And it's caused by poor quality food. I always say if you can pick it, pluck it, milk it, or shoot it, you can eat it. And if it's organic. But most people don't eat under those guidelines. And they don't realize that stopping at the fast food place once, twice, 5 times a week, what it builds up. And so what I try to show you here is toxins come in the body through the skin, through the air we breathe, and through the food we eat. Those are the three pathways. The skin, we got covered here. We got all these organic skin care products. And, you know, when you put chemicals on the skin, if you look at your skin in a microscope, the little holes that we know as pores look like big holes under the microscope. And all those toxins of that expensive cream you're putting on your skin soaks into the bloodstream. And now you've got all these bad guys running around your bloodstream. It's a fact. It's not me just making this up. And so that's your first form of inflammation. The second form of inflammation is the food you eat. If you buy food that's not organic, it's most likely GMO, genetically modified, or it's sprayed with pesticides and poisons. What about that do you think is not going to cause inflammation in your body? So buying organic is so important. If you came to our house right now, there's nothing in our house that is not organic. Nothing. A friend of mine bought me
guest.
a friend of mine picked up a chicken for me. I needed a chicken. I just presumed that she knew that I ate everything organic, and it was not organic, and I just couldn't eat it. I froze it, and I gave it back to somebody else who doesn't feel it's all that important. And then the third way is the air we breathe. Now, you can't do anything when you're out, out of your home, but in your home, you can do HEPA filters, you can do IQ filters, but also you can clean with non-toxic cleaning things. And I think our Suzanne Organics non-toxic cleaner is not only the most effective, but the best. Don't you find that, Caroline, when if there's a stain on something, I put the spot remover on it, bam, it's gone. Something drops on the floor.
I freak if I don't have it.
Yeah, me too.
I have to tell you a story because, your granddaughter Camellia got her first couch. She and Corey bought a couch together. So it's like a brand new white couch. And it was kind of one of those things where, like, do we get a couch? Do we get the white couch? What about dirt? He likes to watch football and eat on the couch. And she's like, if we get the couch, we can't eat on the couch. So they made a rule. The rule got broken this weekend. And
who spilled the wine?
No, it was a cake pot. It was like a little bit of like chocolate.
Oh.
Got like 4 marks on, and she's like, and you know what? I went and grabbed that spot remover, that Suzanne spot remover. She said, it all came out. And I was like, well, you'll never have to say anything again about eating on the couch.
Yeah. Actually, it does.
Now it's done.
Yeah, you're so right. And I have a cat. And cats throw up. You know that. If you have a cat, they throw up. And the moment that happens, it's maybe 3 times a week. Animals poop and barf. That's what they do. And I always put a Kleenex over it, so I let it dry. So the Kleenex says, "Don't step here." But then I go get the same thing, the Suzanne Organics cleanser or the spot remover, depending. All-purpose, yeah. Yeah, no. All-purpose or the spot.
It's great too.
It's so great. It comes up right away. There's nothing toxic in it. There's no smell of chemicals after. It's the greatest stuff. So if you are...
You have poop and vomit, and I have a geriatric dog.
You have the oldest dog?
Hold her pee. She can't hold her pee.
Oh.
So
we
go through a lot of the Suzanne all-purpose cleaner.
Do you put little diapers on her?
I don't. We just take her out frequently.
Yeah.
Their bladders they just don't have the same kind of bladder control.
Yeah, it happens to us ladies too. That's the worn out part.
Yeah,
if you're leaking, you've got parts that are wearing out.
You should have taught her to do Kegel exercises.
Yeah, go over and show them how cute you are today.
And while he's on his way over, Marlene Zaru wanted to know the difference between R-lipoic acid and alpha lipoic acid.
You tell them.
R-lipoic acid, they're both excellent, but R-lipoic acid, which is the one Suzanne has, is better
absorption. It's about absorption.
So,
absorbing means it affects you faster.
Yeah, and the same with the Ubiquinol CoQ10, as Suzanne was saying. We have Ubiquinol or you have Ubiquinone. Ubiquinone is a little less expensive. Suzanne always offers the Ubiquinone because it's a higher quality product, absorbs better by the body. So if you're going to spend your really hard-earned money on supplements, she wants to make sure she's giving you the best of the best. They're very high quality. They don't source, the company that we use they don't source any ingredients from China or questionable ingredient sources. They're all sourced from Europe or Japan or the United States. Everything's bottled here in the United States. And the reason she chose them, and there were companies where I was getting much better pricing on bids, and it would say the same thing on the bottle. But she said, no, I want to use this People for Restore Life because I want to make sure that we have the best quality out there. Otherwise, what's the purpose of me doing this? So that's what you get with Suzanne.
Okay.
Here he
Very well
is.
said.
007, here he is.
Very well said. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
And I found,
I like you.
before you touch me, I think you have to ask permission. Don't you have to ask permission
No,
before you
I
touch
don't.
me?
No, I don't.
No?
No, stop with that. That's stupid.
Do I?
That's stupid. That's
Okay,
stupid.
yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I'm stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So today, I found the original ThighMaster.
Yeah,
This is the original.
yeah.
This is the original ThighMaster.
I do
Okay.
200 every day now. 50, 50, 50, 50. By the time I get to 50, it's like, but my inner thighs are like this.
She cracks walnuts with her inner
Yes, I
thighs.
do. Yes, I do.
We don't even have a
I'm
nutcracker.
touching you and I didn't ask, and I'm not going to ever ask.
We don't have a nutcracker anymore.
It's me. It's my
just-
thighs.
Yeah, her.
My
I give
thighs.
her a bowl of nuts, and within 5 minutes they're all.
It was when I saw myself on the cover of Park magazine with the legs, and I went, take care of those legs. You're lucky to have those legs.
Yeah.
Be grateful for all the good things you have rather than what you don't have. And if you want a great Christmas gift, I don't know if it'll come in time though, will it? If they ordered a ThighMaster, Caroline?
Very unlikely.
Yeah, unlikely.
Now
But
it's the 20th.
so
Unless
if you've
you-
already done all your,
unless you did rush shipping.
yeah, try rush up shipping. And
But
if
also,
you,
it's great
This is why
after you've
this
been
is why we're
eating and
sending people
drinking
gift
through
cards.
Christmas and New Year's.
yeah,
Beginning, you should have it ready.
yeah.
The beginning of January.
New year, new
Right.
you. Start with
Actually,
the ThighMaster. It's
order
so
the-
simple.
Yeah.
You can do your upper body, you can do your shoulders, you can do your triceps, biceps. But most of them, excuse me, the
But
really.
also order the
Uh,
toning system, which gives you the ThighMaster and the ButtMaster together.
Yeah, and then it's the simplest way to get in shape. Do those the ThighMaster and then the ButtMaster on the outside, and do the two of them together if you can. I can't yet because of my hip is still tight. But when you do it, what a great thing for Kegels. And I hear from women all the time who are talking about leakage, and it's because your Kegels get loose as you get
Whoa.
older.
Really?
Well, I have a great testimonial I want to read for you.
I want you to read it. Okay.
Okay, Pat McCoy on Facebook said, I can't say enough how much I love your vitamin for hair, skin, and nails.
Oh, yeah.
I've been taking an over-the-counter brand for many years. My hair was thinning so much that I was talking to my stylist about getting some extensions or a wig. I'm now on my second bottle of the Hair, Skin, and Nail Renew. My hair is growing now, and my hair is getting thick again. I like your organic shampoo and conditioner.
Well, then let me
Wow.
read you something today that was online. Here's
Yeah, it
a
was sent to us by one of your major, very loyal customers named Nancy.
Nancy.
Fallon King.
Nancy. Thank you. Here's the come on. More than 30 dry shampoo conditioners recalled due to concerning levels of cancer-causing chemical. So it's not me saying this, it's out there. This stuff that they've convinced us is so good for it. Products from the brands, this is not me saying it, this is just it's something called ABC 7 Watch, so American Broadcasting Company. Products from the brands Pantene, Aussie, Herbal Essences, and Waterless are included in the recall. Procter & Gamble is issuing a voluntary recall of more than 30 aerosol spray products, including dry shampoo and dry conditioner. The recall is due to concerns over the levels of a chemical called benzene. I just lost it. Damn it. Oh, you almost heard me swear there. I've got to go back a minute. These things are so, okay, here I'm back again. Okay. More than 30 aerosol spray products, including dry shampoo and dry conditioner. It's recalled because of the chemical benzene known to cause cancer. Products from the brands Pantene, Aussie, Herbal Essences, and Waterless are included in the recall. The FDA said to date, Procter & Gamble has not received any reports of adverse events. Okay. The company said it's pulling the products out of an abundance of caution. Last month, Procter & Gamble voluntarily recalled 18 Old Spice and Secret aerosol antiperspirants products due to the same chemical. Need I say more?
Isn't benzene like a gasoline or something?
I don't know, but it's a cancer-causing chemical that's why I was talking about our organic shampoo and our organic conditioner and rescue mask and all those things. The brain's up here. Do you want to be washing your hair with something that has cancer-causing chemicals when your brain is right up here? And it's all going to get into your entire body. What I'm talking about is not BS. This is like, we're under the greatest environmental assault in the history of humanity. I am doing my little teeny part to try to change that paradigm of getting you to be aware that the choices you make on a daily basis really, really matter. The choices of what you put on your skin, the choice of what you put in your GI tract, the choice of the air you breathe, it all matters. And today, more than ever. So take care of yourself. Try the supplements I'm talking about. Everything here is good for you. And that's all I have to say. And if you have the energy, read my book, A New Way to Age, which is about worn out parts. That's what aging is. And this teaches you how to put back what you've lost in the aging process to become whole again and be able to enjoy the extended life we're all getting now with quality of life. Okay? All right. You want to go through it once more, Al, and then I'm going to say goodbye.
Okay. So this is a last-minute gift for whomever, or you could use it yourself. Buy a $50 gift card, get a $10 gift card free.
Oh.
Buy a $100 gift card, get a $25 gift card free at SuzanneSomers.com. And
it's all digital delivery, guys, so you can order that all the way up to Christmas. You can send it Christmas morning.
Bam! It comes.
Okay.
Yeah. While we were talking, I just sent a gift card.
Okay. And in keeping with our 24 days of savings that we've been doing now for a couple of weeks, right up until Christmas, and we're not guaranteeing that this is going to arrive before Christmas. It may or may not. A New Way to Age that Suzanne has been showing you, her latest book. The retail value is $16.99. The holiday sale is $11.99, a 29% discount at SuzanneSomers.com.
That's the best $12 you could spend on yourself or
Thank
anyone
you.
that you care about.
Thank you, Caroline.
This is a spectacular book. You will have earmarks, highlights, post-it notes, and lists of things that you want to do to follow up, to either talk to your doctor about or to order. You will be captivated by the information in this. I wish we could make it required reading.
Yeah.
Spectacular job.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I did, when I was at my girlfriend's house the other day who had ordered 25 books, her book was just like a textbook. It had Post-its all down and like everything was marked. So
doctors like that.
Yeah.
Doctors like when people who read your books go to their doctors.
Yeah, because they don't have to start at kindergarten.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what all the doctors say to me. I love when people come in and say, I read Suzanne Somers' book, because then they realize they don't have to start at kindergarten. They can start right here with what they know.
And also, I know we have so much to talk about tonight, but Suzanne has something really exciting coming for you guys, and it should be at the beginning, toward the beginning of the year, where she's going to have a resource to finally send you to find the kinds of doctors that she talks about.
We've been working on this for years now, and we got it. We got it.
Yes.
I wouldn't steer you wrong. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight now. I'm going to go have a dinner party here, and you're making dinner, Alan.
I know that.
You are, so stay.
I love making dinner.
Yeah, his famous potato latkes, and they are the greatest. Good night, everybody. You know, it's not who you are. It's not what you do. It's not what you have, really. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And I love you. Good night, everybody. I appreciate you coming to our shows. We'll see you on Friday.
Good night.
Good night.